Hello everyone. This is Mike at Play Favorites. We're a friendly neighborhood toy store located in beautiful Front Royal, Virginia. And this afternoon, my goal in life is to teach you how to play Cardline Globetrotters. This is a game that anyone who is interested in the world, simple as that, is gonna love. It's also a game that belongs in pretty much, I think, every library, every geography class, every history class, every classroom in general. It's really good. I also think it probably belongs on most game shelves. And now I'm going to teach you how to play. The game comes with a big stack of cards, and before we get into the nitty-gritty of the rules, which aren't very nitty-gritty at all, I'm going to show you the breakdown of each card. So one side is going to show you a location, in this case Australia. There's going to be a picture of the flag of that location. You're going to see right there where in the world that location is. It's also going to show you a picture representing a famous landmark from that location and tell you what it is. So in this case, it's the Sydney Opera House. Now, on the other side of the card, we're going to learn a whole bunch more. There are 4 panels that you see on the bottom. One panel will tell you the population of that location, the population of Australia in this case, the square mileage of that place, the gross domestic export of that place, or the GDP, gross domestic product, which basically tells you how much money that area, that location, that country earns every year. It will also tell you how many tonnages of pollution that area of the world produces. Now, every game, you're going to choose one category that you're going to play with. So you're going to either play based on the square mileage of the locations on the cards, the populations, the GDP, the gross domestic product, how much money that country makes every year, or how many tonnages of pollution that place produces every year. Let's go with square mileage in this game. We're going to take one card from the deck and put it with all the information face up so we can see all those statistics. Now, depending on how challenging you want to make the game, you can pass each player between 4, 6, 7 cards at the start of the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the goal of the game is to be the first player to get rid of all your cards by adding them to the card line in the center of the table. So I'm going to choose what we're playing by square mileage. I'm going to choose one of my cards. I've got Cyprus, Israel, Armenia, and Cape Verde. I'm going to choose Israel. Now, do I think that Israel is smaller than Australia or larger than Australia? If I think Israel is smaller than Australia, I put it to the left of the Australia card. If I think Israel is larger, I put it to the right. Now, I happen to know that Israel is barely the size of the state of New Jersey, which is not a very large state, so I put it to the left of Australia. I turn over the Israel card, and I compare the numbers. So Australia is 3,045,053 square miles large. Israel, by comparison, is 8,019 square miles large. So it's smaller. I put it in the correct place. So that card stays there. Had I been incorrect, let's say I put Israel to the right of Australia, indicating that I thought that Israel was bigger, turned over the card and saw that I was wrong, I would discard the Israel card and draw another card with all the information face down, so I haven't accomplished anything since this turn, since the goal of the game is to get rid of all of your cards. Alright, now here's where the challenge comes. It's easy to know that Israel is smaller than Australia, but now, let's say someone wants to play the card of Cyprus. Is Cyprus bigger than Australia? Is it smaller than Israel? Or does it fit somewhere in between Israel and Australia? I'm going to say somewhere in between. I take my Cyprus card, turn it over. Now Cyprus, nope, it's a lot smaller than Israel. Cyprus is only 3,571 square miles large. So I'm incorrect. Put it to the side, discard it out of the game, and draw another card. I got Guatemala. And that's the game. We keep going around the table. You want to get your cards into the line by placing them in the right place, but the line gets bigger and bigger, and so the gaps between the sizes and the numbers gets tighter and tighter, so it becomes more challenging as you go along. Obviously, you are going to learn a ton of geography playing this game. You're going to encounter places you've never heard of. What's amazing is when you encounter those places that you've never heard of, you're going to immediately get a picture of where in the world it is, a famous landmark from that location, and they're going to describe the landmark to you as well on the card. You're going to see the flag. You're going to learn about its population, how big it is, how much they produce every year, and how much product they produce every year, and how much pollution they produce per year. And the more you play the game, you're going to get a greater picture of what exactly is a large population. Like, would you say that 22,015,576 people living in a space of 3 million square miles, is that a dense population or a sparse population? The more you play the game, the more you're going to realize which places in the world are highly populated, which places are more sparsely populated, what country makes the most money per population, per square mileage, so on and so forth. So it's really cool. You play this game a few times, maybe even 10 times, 20 times. You're not going to memorize the cards, don't worry about that, but you're really going to start to get a great picture of the whole world, and I think that's fantastic, and it's also just a really, really fun game. So this is Cardline Globetrotters. You can get it right here at Play Favorites. This is Mike at Play Favorites. In addition to board games, we also sell thousands of other really fun quality things for all ages, and we have a great arcade in the back. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Toodles.